Hi, Steve. Thank you so much for taking the time to speak with me yesterday. I made you a quick personalized video, and I'm going to go over 3 essential things in order to bring in more business and set your company above your competition on the internet. These 3 things are content, backlinks, and citations. From what I can see, you don't have a website online, which is essential in order to rank your business in Google. So I went to a competitor in your area just to show you an example of what I am talking about. Content, we'll start with content. It is anything that you can see on the homepage of a website, including words, pictures, it could include videos, what the pictures are saved as, because what's behind those pictures is also considered content. This is what Google reads to see what services you offer in the areas that you are targeting. Most business owners know that they need content, but they don't know what the average length of the #1 result in Google is, which is about 1,500 to 2,400 words with the right keywords weaved into that content. You would just want to make sure that you would have those keywords and phrases within the content that searchers are typing in the search bar when they're looking for tree services. Let's take a look at what your competition has on their homepage. I did an analysis, and they have about 1,600 words on their homepage. Definitely beatable. We would just need to put in a little more effort. Again, 15 to 2,400 words is really the target for a homepage for a website, including some additional pages, including service area pages. The services you provide in those areas will also help rank you by boosting that authoritative content. Next, I'm going to go to this little tool that I use called Ahrefs. And I pay a couple $100 a month for this little tool, but it essentially gives me the behind the scenes detail, and it will show me the exact keywords that your competition is ranking for and what your customers are searching for every month. So from what you can see here, I'm going to Buffalo Tree Service, Davie Tree Service website, that they are ranking. So they are being recognized for by users for 17 keywords within their content. So in looking at that, it's bringing a lot of traffic, a lot of visitors to their website. So what does that mean? In scrolling here, you will see that tree trimming Buffalo, New York is bringing keyword searchers looking for that service. Is about 150 per month, and it's bringing 49 visitors to their website. Another big one is tree removal Buffalo, New York, with again about 150 searchers, bringing in 22 visitors specifically to their website, positioning them within Google at spots 2 and 3. I could see, looking at the tree service, that they were actually #1 in the organic section. So they're ranking, they're as high as you can get in the organic section of Google. One other thing I wanted to know is when I just typed in tree service, and the first thing you're always going to see is a sponsored section or an ad section, which is a paid to play space. So these companies are paying for this service, and ads can work, but they can also be a money pit if your foundation, which is your website, isn't dialed in. So once you do create a website, be careful not to burn your money with Google ads until you know for sure your site will convert. A lot of people use ad blockers now, so they block even seeing all this stuff. And to be honest, scrolling down to this next area, which we'll get into, map pack, about 30% of people go they scroll right past the sponsored and go right to the map pack. And then, as a matter of fact, 60 to 70% of visitors, people Googling services that they need, regardless of the niche, will go below that. 60 to 70% will go in this organic section, which is below this map pack. But the next thing I do want to go into is actually citations, which is this map pack right here. And this is the second prong of what would really help your business grow and be recognized on Google. So you're probably asking yourself, what is a citation and why do they matter? That's a great question. So you see this map pack here. It's also known as the Google Maps section. You will see in here the business name, so Buffalo Tree Service, and their address, 1560 Harlem Road, and their phone number. That's also known as NAP, or name, address, phone number. And this is how Google verifies and gives relevance to your local business. Google uses citations to understand where you're located, what kind of products or services you offer. Right now, you're not ranking in the top 3. You might be asking, okay, Gina, how do I show up with top 3 within Maps? Well, you can go register your company with many online directories. However, these are the big ones. Bing, Yahoo. So this is like an online Yellow Pages. And the more places you register your name, address, and phone number, the more relevancy Google will give to your local business. Another big one is Better Business Bureau. There's a bunch of them. So you can go and register your company with many online directories. Citations from authoritative websites, like these ones listed, can help the credibility of your business, boosting its ranking and search engine results. When you get more than your competitor, though, you gain more trust than them from Google, pushing you above them in that map pack that we just looked at right here. So you might be asking yourself, great, how do I do that? Well, it's simple. We use sites like WhiteSpark or Bright Local that will tell us exactly what directories your competition is listed in. We can literally go down the list and match the directories they are listed in, which is on average about 150. But we don't want to stop there because we don't just want to match them, we want to dominate them online. So we would need at least 50 to 100 more citations than them. So it takes them a long time to catch back up. And you want your business listed in as many directories as possible. Now let's talk about the third thing I wanted to go over with you today. It's called link juice or backlinks. This is a third prong that will really help you dominate in Google. When we search for the keyword tree service and we scroll down past that map pack, right up here where I was showing you before, to this organic section, you can see that your site is not listed as number 1. I think I saw it on page 2 or 3, but that's where you want to be. And to get there, you need authority. And how do you get authority? Well, it comes down to backlinks. And a backlink is when one website links to another website online, pointing back to them. So things such as Yelp. So for instance, tree services. So this Yelp is pointing back to Greg's Tree Service, for instance, right here. This guy has backlinks pointing back to his website. And the significance of that is, and so think of this, if site A is linking to site B, then site A is giving site B some of its link juice, kind of like a vote of confidence. And in Google's eyes, this is passing authority, giving power to your website. And the more relevant the site, the more valuable the link. Not all backlinks are created equal. And let me give you an example. If you get a local blog or industry site linking back to you, then that's great. But if you're a tree service, tree removal company, and you get a backlink from Pizza Hut linking to you, that's not so great because you don't sell pepperoni. So again, what I can do is get the backlink so that your top competitor here, we can go back looking at they have actually, believe it or not, only 2 backlinks and only 2 referring domains, and they're still ranking. So they would not be they would not be difficult, I apologize, to be out. We could go in and grab their backlinks that they have, such as right here, the websites that are linking back to them, and we could go and get more to dominate. We wouldn't want to match. We want to get as much relevancy. This is the trust factor that Google gives to this website. It was 72. So that's the trust factor. That's the power driving back to their website, which is ranking them to the top. So again, we went over content. We want to create, or you would want to create a website with a minimum of 1,500 words. Citations, that's the name, address, phone number. You would want to at least have 200 to 300 of these. You want to register with as many companies as possible, putting your name, address, and phone number out there to beat out your competition by a landslide. And you need more relevant sites, which are the backlinks, pointing at you to show Google that you are the authority. And again, another thing I noticed too was your Google business page. You did have that's active, which is great. What suggestion I would have is to add a minimum of 35 photos, geotagged, and all named with keywords describing the service and the area that you're serving. And you could switch it up to, if you serve several areas in the Buffalo area, you could name different photos to a different town and describe it with a keyword of tree removal. Again, and you would want to add more products and services, a frequently asked questions section, and try to get more reviews on there. And those are all things that you can do. But if you want any assistance with this at all, I would be more than happy to set up a call with you and to go over some strategies to help you and help your business grow and get recognized on Google and help you create your website. My name again is Gina McMahon. I can be reached at 518-588-3522. I hope to talk to you soon. Thanks.